Hi, welcome back to Talking Faces, and we're back with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about this Netflix series that I watch called The Tiger King, okay, which is really a trending topic that's going on right now. So I'm just going to basically give you my perspective, what I got from it. You know, I watched a lot of videos and I've listened to what people say and said that they don't feel bad for the Tiger King, and I see it a little bit different. I mean, he may be a horrible person, but I still feel a little bad for him because I feel like he was set up. And I feel like the other two gentlemen that were on the show with him, I don't remember their names or whatever, but they each had trouble with the law. And I believe they used the Tiger King to get them on get themselves out of trouble. So they basically kind of like they made a deal. You know how the feds are after you for something and you give them a bigger fish or something. Some would say that's how they say it, give them a bigger fish and they'll let you go or they'll cut you some slack. And that's basically what I feel like happened. I believe they set him up to take a fall because they were in trouble and to get themselves out of trouble. Now, this Carol lady, I do believe that she killed her husband. Most definitely. I mean, there's nothing anyone can say to me to convince me that she did not. I believe she did kill her husband. I mean, things aren't that coincidental. I mean, the man's first wife said that he had a roaming eye. He was already going to Costa Rica, setting up a new life. It was already rumored and said that he had a new lady. So he was just making moves, getting ready to cut it off with her like he did with the first wife. Okay. And before that could happen, she had a plan that, no, he's not going to take this money and give it to somebody else. I'm going to get this money. So she got rid of him. So I believe she did kill him and she probably fed him to those cats and, you know, disposed of the body. But I do believe she did it. And, she can't really talk about them. She sold animals. She basically started off doing the same things that they were doing. So I don't know why she felt like she was so holier than thou or whatever. And I looked at her facility that she had, and to me, it looked run down. And it didn't look like she was taking good care of those animals to me. And she didn't take good care of the workers. I mean, she was basically using these workers, not paying them any money, making them work 12 hours a day. I mean, really, girl? I mean, that was horrible. Talking about animal rights, what about human rights? I feel like there was some human rights being violated in here with a lot of the people that own these facilities. So, nobody had clean hands in this. But I do believe the Tiger King was set up by the guy from Vegas and because the guy from Vegas, he is the one that introduced him to I can't remember what his name is, the fat guy on the jet skis. They knew each other. This was a setup. And then the guy from Vegas and his wife, they also knew the Indian gentleman. I think he was Indian or he was from somewhere that he supposedly paid. He knew him too. I mean, come on. So all of them knew each other. Come on. This was clearly a setup. And I'm not saying that they set out to set him up, but I think they got into trouble and they figured a way out they figured out a way how to get out of trouble after they found out, the guy from Vegas, that the feds were watching him. Yeah, the feds were watching him, but they didn't have anything on him because, yeah, he was going on his YouTube channel saying all this stuff, but he wasn't putting any action. I think they kind of coaxed him and baited him into doing this, to so-called putting a hit out on this woman. I don't even totally believe that he actually said those words and that's what the money was for, that he gave the gentleman that was supposed to do the hit. I mean, because it just didn't make sense. This guy, he's on his way supposedly to kill this woman, But then he changes his mind and stops at a strip club or whatever and gets a bunch of girls and party. If you remember, the guy that he supposedly paid, he hated the Tiger King. They did not have a good relationship. He hated working for him. So why would he all of a sudden so willy-nilly saying, yeah, I'll go take care of Carol for you? I don't believe that. I think they set him up. That I don't believe it. And I don't believe he should have got 22 years. I felt like 22 years was too much or whatever. But the thing that got him convicted, I think, is because he was making all these threats on social media and making these videos. And, you know, the jury was like, well, where there's smoke, there's fire, you know. So they figured he was making all these videos, you know, saying he wanted to kill her and that she was going to get killed and stuff like that. And they felt like he put that plan into action. But I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But just because I don't believe it and that I don't believe that he should have got 22 years, it doesn't mean that I don't believe he was a bad person, because I do believe he was a bad person. Also, I believe that he was mistreating the animals. I do believe that, and I really did not like that at all. But I don't think Carol was doing any better, or the other man that had his harem. Because see, the other guy that owned a zoo or whatever it was, he had a harem going on, and I think it may have been some pedophilia going on there because all these young girls that he was getting or whatever. But, you know, I felt bad for the Tiger King because it was clear it was something wrong with the Tiger King. All that meth and stuff had messed his head all up. And then he had these two husbands. One killed himself and the other one, he left him or whatever, and they both said they weren't even gay. I mean, this was just like, this was crazy. This was really like, excuse my French, it was a shit show. I mean, it was just crazy to me. You had to watch this to actually believe this stuff because it was just crazy. And it just was blowing my mind that I'm like, oh my God, this guy really wanted to be someone big and a big celebrity because he recorded all these aspects of his life. And I believe that he got, you know, he was taken advantage of. And when I say he was taken advantage of, the reason I say that is because I don't know what the gentleman's name is either, you know, that was going to do the documentary on him. And the Tiger King, I feel like he burnt his own building down, you know. And I feel like he burned his building down is because he knew when he got into the argument with that man and the man told him, no, I own this. See, when you're doing business with people, just because you have leverage and you're the one with the power, it doesn't mean that you have to tell people that. Because sometimes you can tell people, okay, I'm calling the shots here. I have all the control. You can mess your own self up because that's what he did. He started capping off and telling him, yeah, I own all this and that, and you work basically for me. And the Tiger King was like, oh yeah, okay, we'll see who works for you. And he burned the building down, his own building, with all that man stuff in it. And to me, this man was supposed to be some kind of credible person that, you know, has done other shows and documentaries or whatever. Why would you leave all your material in this man's building? Especially after you just talk shit to him. I mean, that makes no sense to me. That's just dumb. All these people were stupid on this show to me. They were all stupid. And so he would have, if he had, and he was taking advantage of the Tiger King too, because the Tiger King wanted him to document everything and wanted him to do his what is it? His online show. And so he agreed to do that. But he agreed to do it because he agreed, the Tiger King agreed to let him film him and use his story as a documentary. And he was going to make a lot of money off of it. But what he should have done is that he should have told him, and, you know, if I sell this documentary or whatever and make a lot of money off of it, you know, I'm going to cut you in for 25%. Something like that. If he had done that, he wouldn't have lost all his material. And also, I believe that would have also helped the Tiger King, and he wouldn't have needed to take on this additional partner that he did, you know. So I think if that part had been done differently, you know, the Tiger King may not have been and may not be in prison right now for 22 years, which I think it's just way too long. It's just way too long. 22 years. I mean, it's just crazy to me, because it's clear to me that these people set him up. They set him up. And I mean, they were bad people, because think about it. Even the guy that actually took over the zoo after Tiger King was incarcerated, he made a deal with another guy that did the same thing, and then they fell out with each other. I mean, come on, all these people that do this, I mean, they're just not good people. I think it's money to be made in selling these animals, and I think it makes people greedy, you know. And when you dealing with greedy people, you know, bad things happen or whatever. So basically, that's my review of the Tiger King. You know, everybody's talking about it. It's like one of the highest trending topics that's going on right now about this Tiger King or whatever. But Carol, you killed your husband. I think you did. That's my opinion, allegedly, that you killed your husband. Okay? And you other guys, you set the Tiger King up. You did. You set him up. You know, you guys should be behind bars too. Really. So, thanks for watching my video. Talking Faces. Please hit the like button down below. Share and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching again. And hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.